This is Functionally Feral, the podcast where two college roommates turned chiropractors, clinic owners, and crunchy moms talk about running functional businesses while raising feral children. We're Felicia and Natalie, home birth enthusiasts, holistic rebels, and slightly unhinged multitaskers who believe in nervous system regulation and toddler negotiation. Join us each week as we crack up and crack facts, swap stories from the trenches of motherhood and entrepreneurship, and explore all things holistic living, healing, and hustle, with zero shame and lots of laughs.
Hello, Natalie.
Hi, Felicia.
Welcome back to episode 4.
Season 2.
Season 2.
I love it.
This is our 21st episode.
Yeah,
is that right?
That sounds right.
I think we did 17 in our first season. I love saying season because it feels like we're like professionals.
Like a brand new, brand new us.
And episode 4, we're like just getting started.
Oh, man. Oh, and of course, okay, just as we start, here comes Jeannie.
Hi,
Hi,
Jeannie.
buddy. Do you want to come say hi before we start?
Come say hi.
Say hi. Come here. Come here, love bug.
I have a poop in my diaper.
Oh, you do. Real life.
Real life. Okay. Hi, Jean.
Oh, Felicia's saying hi to you, sweetie.
Hi.
Hi. We can't see your lovely face. You do have a poopy, don't you? Should we take a little pause?
Yeah, I'll pause.
Dangerous.
Oh, the animals are dangerous. Oh my gosh.
And we're back.
And we're back. Sorry about that.
We had a
little pause.
Stage delay.
I know. This kid, he'll potty in the potty. He potties in the toilet most of the day. And the pooping in the diaper thing, like he just won't poop in the toilet.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a very interesting thing.
I think every kid has their own thing.
Yeah. So we're working on it. We just started a reward chart, like a star chart.
Oh,
I got one of those ridiculous calendars that are like those like tablet things that you put on your counter.
Oh,
and so it like syncs everything with your phone. And it has like a task section. So I can make like a star chart. So it's like if he helps with the chores and cleans up his toys and goes potty in the potty, and if he goes poop in the potty, he gets 10 stars, and that's an immediate prize.
Oh my God,
and he
I
knows
love the
that,
rules.
and he goes, "Okay, oh my gosh, I'm gonna poop in the potty."
Oh
and then
goodness.
it comes to that point, and it just he can't quite get there.
10 stars, immediate prize.
Immediate prize.
I'll do anything.
I know.
That's really funny.
He's been taking to that very well.
Okay.
Like he will, if I tell him, "Oh, you're going to get a star taken away," he's like, No. Okay, you tell me what I need to do." So that's been really cute.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you like your calendar?
I like it. I think it's like it's not perfect, but I do like it. Kyle actually has been using it, and
what's it called again?
I got there's like a skylight. I didn't get that one. I got the Kozila or something. I don't know. It was all over my Instagram.
Yeah.
So I was like, sure, maybe this will make my life a little easier. I've liked it so far. Yeah.
Good.
And Kyle can like see everything that's going on. And he hated the Apple calendar. Because I had like invited him to the calendar thing. You can share whatever. He hated it. So
yeah, Dan and I struggle with the Apple calendar because he has a work Apple calendar, and then we have our personal family one. And then he's like, "Oh, I thought you could see the Green Valley one," and I'm like, "Yeah, we have some scheduling conflicts, and it's just so we need to figure out a new calendar situation."
And you can you can input from Google calendars and Apple calendars and all that stuff.
And it syncs.
It does, yeah, for the most part.
So if you go to like an event or something, do you go to an app?
Yes, you could either add it into your Apple calendar and it will sync, or you can add it, or you go to the app, or you can do it directly on the little screen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I really do like it. I think I have to learn it a little bit better, but
that might be our next family organization.
Yeah, I've felt good about it.
Yeah,
I've felt good about it since I've gotten it. Good. So I just have to get used to looking at it now, and like all the way it looks is different than what I'm used to. So sometimes, and I don't know how to compare. Like I don't know if the skylight really would have been better. Right. I don't have a clue. I don't either.
My brother got his wife the skylight, I think.
That one's like the
So
most
I
common
should like
one.
fiddle around with that when I'm at
See
their
if
house.
you like it.
Yeah.
See if you like the
And
look of
ask
it. See
them,
if you,
yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's downfalls of both of them, but for
Right,
the
right.
most part, I do like it.
Yeah.
So today, now that we've gotten
Now we
through
got
our
some
little-
admin out of the way.
we're
wait.
gonna
Speaking
yeah,
of
tell me.
calendars,
Tell me.
Natalie texted me this morning and goes, "Oh, I'll just be another minute. I'm looking for a hat." And I go, "Oh, I'm at the grocery store." What do you mean? I said, "Natalie, I have my calendar says next Sunday." She goes, "Well, I'm in Banff next Sunday, so my calendar says this Sunday."
Oh
So
my.
we need to sync our calendars,
We
Natalie.
do, actually.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, and I don't know why I clicked the wrong Sunday,
Because
but
that's what it would have been.
yeah,
We would have been next Sunday.
yeah.
For sure.
So I was like, let me just lock in and get my morning done, and then Natalie shifted her day around, and we were able to squeeze this in.
This time works great for me, honestly. Like,
Okay.
I don't care. It doesn't
Okay.
matter to me.
Because this is nap time for us, so this is easy for me, and Dan
Yeah.
doesn't have to be like in the calendar for this.
Right. And that it's just one less
Mhm.
thing to worry about.
One
Yeah.
less calendar to share.
I know.
So
I told Kyle, I was like, "Oh, well, we like rescheduled the podcast." And he goes, "Well, I'm going dog training." I go, "It's fine.
it's fine.
Go. Bye. See ya."
Jean and I will handle it.
It's fine.
I saw Gator got I bring up Gator every week. I saw Gator got another certification.
Yes. It's like
Tell me.
I think it was like a urban tracking something. So like
It's so
tracking
cool.
on pavement, which is
Yeah.
much harder than like tracking on soft ground where you can
Really?
see the footprints and you can see like the
Oh.
rustling because they
And I'm sure
track
the scent sticks
Yeah.
better to natural.
Yes. So it's much harder to track in like an urban environment. So
Urban
that
Gator.
was cool.
Oh my gosh, so proud of him.
Gator is like he's a good dog.
Our next podcast cover photo is going to be us, our kids, and Gator.
Gator has to be included.
Our mascot. Canine
I'll
Gator.
put Gator's face behind me. Also,
yeah.
I'm in a new location today, so we'll see how this
Natalie's
works
trying
out.
a new podcast studio.
Yeah, the studio. My living room.
I saw your setup with your computer on a
Oh
plastic
my God.
bin.
Yes, a bin. I haven't. The table I had just wasn't quite
Right.
high enough. But
It
we
was
do what we
giving
have
up
to do.
the nose.
Yeah,
so you had to raise your
exactly.
computer. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Eventually we'll get
we're
to the
getting
point
there.
where we have professional setups, but
Yeah, but honestly, who cares?
until that sponsorship comes through.
If Kyle was here, I'd have the wood stove going in the background.
Oh, is he the wood stove guy?
Yeah, he's the wood stove guy.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably figure it out, but it would take me an hour.
We have an electric fireplace.
Yeah, a switch.
I love it. I'm like, oh, I want a fire. Oh, I'm done with the fire. Like,
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Oh, I love
And it
it.
gets really hot.
I love it.
Okay.
And actually, our sauna's in here too, so that's nice. That's
Wait,
sitting
you
right
should
next to me.
podcast from the sauna.
From the sauna. I could. You know what? I could sit right there. Oh, that's a great idea.
Okay, next week.
Next week.
You'll be in Banff next week, but next
That's
session.
Next time.
Okay, so the purpose of today's podcast, Natalie, please explain.
Yes, we're going to be talking about the female hormone cycle a little bit. Not like super in depth. We know a lot, but we're also not complete experts, okay? Like
we have so much anecdotal evidence.
Yes.
From not only being in our clinics.
Yes.
And like that side of the world, but also personally.
Yes.
You and I have both had babies, so we kind of know all the preconception stuff.
Yeah.
What normal female cycles look like, what abnormal looks like. So,
yep.
We'll give you our opinions.
Totally, definitely opinions, but also what I have seen to work really, really well with the patients that I've helped along this journey. Yep. So there tends to be certain things that really work to balance things out without having to get in the weeds of like super detailed stuff. Like you can go and have a Dutch test done and you can see how all your hormones are leveling out and doing whatever at a certain time of the month, but you also can look at your symptoms and you can figure out with the help of someone, you really can figure out what you need to switch around a little bit.
Which hormone might be high, which one might be low.
Yeah.
Your symptoms are very telling of which hormone is out of whack.
Absolutely.
So we're just like
Absolutely.
little detectives. That's
Yeah.
what I always tell new patients. I'm like, I'm just a little detective, and
Kinda.
we're gonna figure out what your problems are. And if you
also
ask the right questions,
yes, if you ask the right questions, you can get the right answer.
you can get the right answer.
Knowing that we are not built like a textbook,
No.
and every single person is different and will respond differently to different things. So like it's really easy to say, okay, this is happening and then you do this, but that's not what real life is.
You want to
So
hear something crazy?
yes, I do.
I had a new patient in, she's like 22. And she was like, yeah, because I always ask about a cycle. Every new female patient, I always ask about their cycle.
Definitely.
And I like to hear what they think is normal.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like, oh, it's pretty normal. And then they give me this smattering of things. And I'm like, oof. So she was like, yeah, I went to the OB because I have really heavy periods. And she wanted to put me on a perimenopause medication. She's 22.
Goodness.
I go, oh, what was the point of that? Well, my periods are really, really heavy.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? I like don't even know why I asked this, but I was like, have you ever taken Plan B? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, like how many times have you taken Plan B?
Oh no.
30 times.
Shut it.
30. She's 22.
No.
30. I said, did your OB go over that with you? Like, did you guys talk about that? Might be like anything in the realm of what's going on. She was like, no. So I was like, did they do any blood work?
Sad.
She said, no. I was like, that's frightening.
Oh no.
I was like, this isn't necessarily my scope. Like, I'm not an OB.
No.
I'm not like, but I was like, you need like testing done to see if something's like severely out of whack.
Yes.
Like, that's terrifying.
Oh, that's
and also,
terrifying.
you need to read the label of why you would use Plan B. I don't even think she understood
like what it is and
does.
what it actually does.
Because you can only get pregnant 1.5 days of the month.
Right.
And that's generous.
This is just like what is wrong with our society.
So like, at
truthfully.
most, you should take Plan B once a month. At most.
At most.
I was just like, oh, that's really concerning. And she didn't seem that, obviously she wasn't that concerned.
Obviously
about
not
it,
concerned.
It was just really crazy. So anyway, I digress.
Gosh, that makes me sad. No, that's like a really good, like, a really good synopsis of
what we
see. Things that are wrong. Because people don't know a dang thing about their cycle.
No.
People also don't know how ovulation works.
No.
And the amount of times I've asked people who are trying to conceive.
Yeah.
I've asked them, okay, so like when like how the cycle works and like on ovulation day, that's when you need like around ovulation day, that's when you need to be focusing more on having sex. And they go, what?
Come again?
And I can't actually believe that people don't know that, but they don't. Yeah. And that's totally okay if you don't know that, but you need to like learn about your body, because if you are trying to have something happen and you're trying to have a baby,
or you're trying not to have a baby,
prevent, like you have to know this so you don't have to take Plan B every month. That's
or hormonal birth control.
Horrible. Or hormonal birth control. We have to get away from this necessity
because
of relying on this stuff.
Yeah.
Hi, Jean.
So if you know you're normal.
You need more water? Okay. Mom, I need more water.
Oh no.
Okay, Jean, I'll get it for you. Hold on.
Okay, I'll pause it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's all right. I'll get it for him in a second.
Okay. So if you know you're normal, then you know when something's off and you know when you're ovulating.
Yeah. Like this is what should be taught in sex ed in school.
Yeah.
But no, it's abstinence, birth control. I don't even know. I don't even know what they teach. Do they teach anything? I have no idea.
Not a clue. I don't even know if it's a thing anymore.
I don't know if it is.
Because it's probably like a liability and like probably goes against people's like gender identification and stuff.
I cannot.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not taught.
Oh, goodness. And here we are in a society also where there's chemicals and there's toxins and there's all this stuff that these girls, young girls, 13, 9. I have a patient who multiple that have gotten their periods at 9.
Oh,
That's scary.
that is scary.
That's scary, scary. That's a lot of responsibility to put on a
9-year-old.
9-year-old.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone knows how to talk through that.
Mm-mm.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
So teaching these young girls how their bodies actually work,
Mhm.
and maybe we need to do a class. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Things out there exist.
Let's go through the cycle. Let's go through like
Okay.
day one, a typical, because everyone's
Typical.
cycle can be like your normal could be 31 days, your normal could be 28 days.
Yeah.
That normal is different from person to person.
Yeah.
It should be in that range, but let's talk through like around day one.
Yeah.
What does day one mean? Because some people don't even know when day one is
Day one is initiation of your period.
of bleeding.
Bleeding.
Okay, so that resets the clock. So you go
Yes.
backwards in time and you say, okay, day one.
Day one.
And you should document this.
Yes.
This should be documented. Some people are like against documenting in the apps because there's like conspiracy that the government is using your like data. And then if you so happen to have a miscarriage, that like, I don't care where you write it down.
Fine. Just
make an etch
whatever.
on the bark in your favorite tree. Like whatever you choose to document, whether it be on like a paper calendar or your phone, or I use Aura Ring. In my Aura Ring, I just document like day one. It tells me when I'm getting it because it's so smart.
Because it knows.
Yeah. And it knows me so well, but I still like have to verify.
Yeah.
Like
Aura
day one.
Ring's great. Natural Cycles is great. There's other tracking apps, but like the ovulation prediction is not going to be correct.
Correct.
If you're not taking your temperature along with
and
or
that
tracking
is a
something.
lot of
We can
responsibility
get
as
into
well.
that. That's a lot of responsibility.
Basilar temperature is so finicky unless you're wearing a device all the time without failure.
It's very hard.
Okay.
Okay. So day one
commences bleed.
Now we're not talking about pink. We're not talking about brown. Those
Spotting.
really that's all abnormal. So if that's happening to you the first day of your cycle, something's off.
Like if you're spotting like here and there and then you get your period, that's not normal.
Not normal. Just red flag number one.
Okay.
So day one would be initiation of a pretty decent bleed.
And you want it to be not
pretty
thick,
heavy,
but like heavy.
Pretty heavy.
Volume-wise.
Like volume-wise, you should be needing to use some sort of along like a super tampon or like a pretty thick pad.
And a pad and a diaper.
Hopefully not to that extent.
I'm teasing.
But it should be like a pretty good amount of blood. First, second day probably is about the same amount. Third day typically trails off a little, but it's still bright red. No clumps. And we talked about this last time a little bit, but not clumpy, not stringy, not dark brown bits.
Not clotty.
Pure, bright red blood. That's normal. That's your uterus shedding its lining appropriately. It's contracting appropriately. All of it.
So what had happened? What had happened leading up to day one was that your uterus was building up a blood lining inside of it. So it's building up this like little cocoon in order to nourish a growing fetus. And when it decides, oh, there is nothing there to nourish, that's when you're shedding. So the first day is that shedding of that lining that was building up throughout your period, the last cycle.
Yes.
So that shedding occurs because your uterus is contracting. You have no hormone spike that creates that like, oh, I'm pregnant vibe.
Correct. You have a drastic decrease of hormones, which then allows everything to go. So like
to shed.
Yeah. So fourth day, probably still reddish, maybe starting to brown up a little bit. Definitely lighter. Day 5, if you get there, definitely like brownish.
If you're a day 5er.
Trailing off. Honestly, in my opinion, you shouldn't really get to day 6 and 7, truthfully. Like it should really be 5. But that, of course, can vary a little.
I have a story to add in when you're done with this thought.
If you're going like still real bleed day 6 and 7, there's also an issue. There's also an issue. Okay, what's your story?
So I think it was like a month or 2 ago. I was like, oh, Danny, I need tampons. And he was like, okay, I'll go get Dan's my man. All right. If it's midnight and I'm like, Danny, I need chocolate. He'll be like, where? Tell me where. So he goes out and I was like, yeah, get me like, what did I say? I don't even know what I said. I said, get me like a couple months worth or I said something super vague, but like get a lot. Okay. So he comes back with 1 box and I'm like, I was like, did they run out? Are they sold out? He goes, no, the box said 3 months supply. I'm like, 3 months supply? I'm like, this little tiny box. And I'm looking at it and I do the math. I'm like, 3 months supply would mean I'm wearing like 2 tampons a day. I'm like, I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, I will change mine every time I go to the bathroom.
Oh, same.
So like if you're only going to the
I know.
bathroom
I
2
was like
times
also toxic shock. I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on? I was
Oh,
so
how
very confused.
interesting.
I was like, this doesn't make any sense. So he thought in his head he bought me 3 months
That's
supply.
so funny. I will say I stop
I
putting
changed
one
mine.
in usually like by the 3rd day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna kind of let things let things roll.
But I was just like, wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy because
That's funny.
and I will say I do change mine more than probably necessary.
Yeah.
But I just am like,
I don't think that's a problem.
No.
I don't think that's a problem at all.
Yeah. Okay, so
Oh, you used to use a cup though, didn't you? Like a
No, I
sugar
tried.
cup? Oh yeah,
I hated it. It's so
can't.
painful.
It's one of my
But-
mental blocks. I can't do it.
Now that I've been in pelvic floor for 2 years, I realized it was because my pelvic floor was as tight as
that makes sense.
the Alcatraz security system.
Okay, that makes
Right?
sense.
There was nothing that was staying up there.
That's so true.
Okay.
Should have been red flag.
Yeah, red flag number 1, I'm going to tear in half during labor.
Oh no.
I can wear a cup. But now that I've been in pelvic floor therapy, my life has changed.
Amazing. I love that. Finding
So-
a good pelvic floor therapist is very important.
It is. So maybe I should try a cup again.
Maybe.
But honestly, like, how do you change a cup in
it
public?
stresses me out. It stresses me out. I can't
So
like those are the
scary.
things that I don't want to have to deal with. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just wear a tampon.
I love it for
don't
the
know.
girlies that love it.
I do too. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
then
you're done
we
bleeding.
so done bleeding around ideally day 5.
Mhm.
You then have probably about 10 more days you have about 5 days after you stop bleeding to when you become potentially fertile.
Potentially.
You
have a
around
window.
day 10,
Mhm.
then you would start to think like maybe I should start being a little more cautious.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not even going to give a TMI disclosure because nothing
We're
is
this far.
TMI, okay? You can turn it
We've
off,
made it
okay?
far. This is not for the young years anyway.
If you also know how to track your cervical mucus or your other bodily symptoms, around day 10, you're also going to notice a shift in the consistency
and volume
of your discharge and mucus. Yes, and volume. So it's going to change from from thick or not much of anything to it's going to start to produce a little bit more, and it's going to be a little thinner, not quite the egg white yet, but like day 10, it's going to start to shift. This is all taught in like the fertility awareness method, the rhythm method,
I think.
Natural family planning. Like if you're Catholic,
I think the Catholics.
That's how it begins.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not started, but I remember my mom took me to a Catholic like family planning thing.
Anita.
When I was definitely maybe 12.
But you're already going to the club.
But it was meant for like the initiation of your period and all of that stuff. So it actually was really helpful. I learned so much from that seminar that honestly everyone should know. So I learned about tracking your cervical mucus, and I learned about that you can take your basal body temperature, and I learned all these other things. And it's so liberating to actually know how this stuff works and that these symptoms you're having are not abnormal.
Right.
It's not gross.
Right.
It's not like
you're not like, oh my God, what's happening?
Where did I hear this? It was on a podcast. I heard somebody's patient was trying to get pregnant, and she said, yeah, whenever there's mucus, like we don't have sex because I because it's gross and they're trying to have a baby. And it's like, no. That's how you know.
That's how you make a baby.
That's how you make a baby. So like they were only having sex when there wasn't mucus. And it's just like It's so sad.
It's so
to
sad.
me. It's so
sad.
sad.
I know.
So there's such a gap in education. So we've got to figure that out. So if you have a young girl who is potentially going to be starting her cycle or has started her cycle, and they really need to know about their bodies. It's really, really important.
Yeah.
Okay. So I digress.
Okay, so this is when like you're getting a surge in some of those like hormones that help with like starting the egg to release from the ovary and move through the fallopian. So this is like a big hormonal shift.
Big hormonal shift at that like day 10, 12-ish.
You can track these things by peeing on a stick that tracks luteinizing hormone.
Yeah, exactly.
And that will show your like peak in moving towards ovulation, because luteinizing hormone doesn't necessarily mean you ovulated.
Right.
But it can give you indications that you're making your progress to that direction or coming off of it. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So then, like, let's just say for ease, day 15 is typically ovulation day.
Yeah.
Your cervical mucus leading up to that day is going to be like maybe 2 days of stringy egg white, clear. That would be considered fertile mucus.
Yeah.
Now,
it's like a slip and slide for little spermies. So it's what helps get them to your cervix.
It allows the sperm to travel through the cervix to get to the place that they need to be.
So it's very useful.
Before that, the cervical mucus actually will prevent sperm from getting up into the cervix.
It's so thick. It's like slime.
Yeah. And it actually has properties in it that will kill sperm potentially.
The pH.
Contact. Yes. So there's so many ways that you, if your cycle is regular,
there's nuances.
Of course, like there's nuances. So like if your cycle's not regular, your hormones are all over the place from being on birth control for a long time or taking Plan B or whatever it may be.
Hormone disruptors,
whatever. You're going to potentially not fall in this.
Right. We are describing a very normal and predictable 28 to 31 days.
This is what you should strive for, though, because this means peak female health. To have a normal cycle, the way we're describing it, is peak human female health.
Now, between days 10 and 15, you're going to feel hot. You're going to feel skinny. You're going to glow. You're going to be your best self. You're going to have the most energy. You're going to be your funniest. You are going to have you're going to be your hot girl self.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because your hormones are like priming you for making a baby. So you're attracting the male aura to you.
Yes. The pheromones are going crazy.
Like you're going to feel your best self. So this is when you want to plan things like projects to get done, creative things you want to accomplish, things you want to launch, photo shoots. Anything that you want to do.
Anything you want to take a picture of yourself.
Anything you want to accomplish in an entire month, you're going to do in 5 days. Okay. And then other times of the month, you're out of commission.
You're not going to feel like you want to do anything. And that's okay. This is normal. This is normal.
I also tell my families that are like trying to conceive and are having trouble, I'm like, don't look at the people that have these one night stands and have babies. Yes. The reason that a lot of people have these one night stands and have babies is because they're going out and they're feeling good. And it's the time that they're feeling their hottest self. And then they accidentally got pregnant.
And they attract some male. This is kind of how it works.
So it's kind of how it works. But don't base your journey off of people who are like accidentally getting pregnant.
Right.
Like the accidental isn't that accidental. It's people that weren't paying attention to their cycle.
And biology got the best of them.
Yeah. And selective. What's the Darwinism? Natural selection.
Well, there are certain things where like certain pheromones will attract a certain type of person. And
wait, did you hear about how if you're on birth control, your hormone attraction is different?
It's wild.
Oh, wow.
Your brain works differently. Your pheromone scent is different. So you're going to attract potentially like a less masculine man.
Yeah.
I know.
Scary.
It's very interesting.
Scary.
Oh, there's so many ways people can dive into this stuff. What's the book? Sarah Hill? Is that her name?
I don't know.
This is Your Brain on Birth Control?
I haven't read that.
The book is. It's great.
Ooh, okay.
I'm pretty sure Sarah Hill, is her name.
Okay.
Dr. Sarah Hill? I don't remember.
Yeah, throw a doctor in front of her.
Sure.
She sounds
She's
smart.
well-read.
Anyone who writes a book deserves to be a doctor.
So she has researched like the actual brain changes that happen with birth control.
That's pretty crazy.
Plan B is a whole other thing, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like birth control on steroids.
Yeah. It's like a mega dose.
It's a mega dose of like a lot of hormones that you do not want in your system if you can avoid it.
Yeah.
Really bad news, like potential like years of damage after even just one time of using it. So like it's bad news.
That
okay, so
definitely
we're
should be plan
on day 15. Anything else we need to say about ovulation?
I'm sorry about my throat, you guys. I'm still recovering from this head cold, so you can turn me down if you need to. No, I just think like those signs and symptoms, your mood, your behavior, your look, your activity level, your creativeness, like all of those things peak at that like 10 to 15 day range. And so being cognizant of that and like planning your week around that, planning your life around that, that's
can be
a
very
biohack.
helpful.
Like
that's when
if you're not hacking your hormones for your productivity, for your work life, for like those things, then you're kind of missing out.
Yeah. That's when you'd be ready to do like a pretty heavy workout. You can tolerate those things. Like you can do more. Your capacity is more around that time. So then we're getting into the luteal phase.
Oh, my worst nightmare.
Which everyone throws around that term, luteal phase. Does anybody know what they're talking about?
No, but I tell ya. I start to second guess myself.
Things happen. Things happen. You feel like you're not as capable of doing workouts. You're not as capable of brain function.
I started to get those intrusive thoughts ramping up again.
Yeah.
I start to question whether or not things around the house are getting done.
Yeah. But this is also time to like nourish yourself.
Yeah. Slow down.
Because you're starting to really like build up that blood lining in your uterus. So like you really need those nourishing iron-rich foods to prepare you for then the bleed.
And resting.
Absolutely. Rest. There's a lot of things happening in your hormones that are telling you to calm it down.
Yeah.
Because this also could be the time when your body is either deciding whether it's going to implant that egg if you're trying to be pregnant or it's not.
Yeah. The nitrogen spark.
Yes. So you could potentially have that spark and your body says, oh, too stressed,
not
nourished enough.
We're
not doing this month.
Too fatigued, not enough blood.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many things that can go.
So many things.
So your pregnancy is dependent also on how well you nourish and keep your body post ovulation. It's not just like, oh, we ovulated and we like fertilized, quote unquote. If that egg doesn't implant, if that implants in a bad spot because your uterine lining is all wonky, if you don't have enough of a lining, like all those things can determine whether or not the pregnancy is viable. So it's not just like, oh, we got to ovulation day. It's what happens after that.
Yep. Very important.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's the main things that I wanted to say about the luteal phase. It's kind of like, it is what it is.
You'll usually feel just like not the peak version of yourself.
Yeah.
Hormonally, like you're shifting.
Yep.
And you're just not your hot self anymore.
Now this phase is typically the same length for everyone.
Okay.
Ish. I say for everyone. That's general.
Normal.
Typically, even if you have a super long cycle, your luteal phase is usually about the same length. The problems will arise.
10?
It would be about 12 days.
12. Okay.
Yeah, 12 to 14 maybe is normal.
Man, I get stuck in that luteal phase and I'm like, it's never ending.
I know. And sometimes it can like your hormones or your stress level can extend it like a couple days potentially. But typically if you have a really long or a short cycle, the issue is actually in the beginning phase of the cycle. So like in your follicular phase. So your lining is building up. If your body realizes that there's not an implanted egg, it will then slough the hormone shifts happen and it sloughs off that blood. Like we said,
At day one.
Day one.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, if you have a normal cycle, you're somewhere between, I would say, 27. If you're getting to 26 days, that's
Push it.
just a little too low, I think. 27, 28, 29, 30, maybe 31. I'm still considering normal. I actually think if you get past 32, I think it's a sign something's a little off.
Yeah.
That's
Something's
just me.
too long.
Something is happening.
Yeah.
Maybe not drastically, but something is happening. So typically longer cycles, like full length cycles, we're not talking about just the bleed. If you have like a 36, like 34 to, I don't know, some people have 40, 50-day cycles sometimes.
Some people miss a period.
Some people completely will miss one.
And they're like, oh yeah, I haven't had a period in 2 months. I'm like,
and sometimes it's just like, okay, your body didn't feel safe to ovulate that month.
That's
I
true.
don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you're super stressed, if you have a ton going on, whatever.
Yeah.
Stress will affect that beginning phase of the cycle for sure. Sickness will affect that beginning phase of the cycle. So like if you're sick during your follicular or around ovulation, your body will definitely push ovulation a few days.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, longer cycles will typically indicate some sort of testosterone imbalance, some sort of blood sugar imbalance, some sort of like PCOS situation, insulin resistance, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So typically, sometimes it's just that you need more hormones of some sort, or cortisol. Cortisol's off.
Now,
that can be the case.
So many people get these diagnoses of, oh, I have PCOS.
Right.
And it's one of those diagnoses kind of like fibromyalgia where it's like they're just kind of giving it out because they don't know what's wrong with you.
It's like a grenade diagnosis.
It's
like,
and it's sad
because we'll you have this.
I honestly think your mental state around preconception, around conception is so important. And if you go into it thinking, oh, I have these alphabet soup diagnoses and it's going to be harder for me to get pregnant. I think mentally it's way more challenging and your body's going to take that stress and turn it into abnormal cycles.
Yep.
And I think it's a disservice to women to just say, you have PCOS, be on your way.
Definitely.
How do we rebalance our hormones? How do we remove disruptors? Let's go through what some of like the common disruptors are for women, because they're different for everyone, but like some really, really common ones that I find like are trendy are scented candles.
It's fragrance in general.
Get those out of your house.
Fragrance,
those
air fresheners, body sprays, lotion.
The lotion with the fragrance.
Oh, it's anything that's going to for sure be touching your skin or that you're breathing in like constantly for a long period of time.
Because Natalie and I joke about we have to somewhat like at some point cycle back to your hair journey.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Like when I'm washing my hair, I know it's going to be on my body and my scalp for like 30 seconds max. But if I'm putting Rio de Janeiro body cream all over my body and smothering my skin with it and it's absorbing in and that fragrance is seeping through my cells, that to me is infinitely worse than purple shampoo.
1,000,000%.
Now, everybody's scale is going to be different.
Yeah, everybody's tolerance is different.
Yeah.
And their sensitivity.
Yeah.
If you want to wear perfume, fine, spray it on your clothes.
Spray it on your clothes.
Do not put it on your skin.
If you have a child, what I have found, I have this one perfume I like. It's like all natural. What I do is I spray it in the air, I turn around and I have it get on the back of my shirt.
Sure.
You do not want to put anything where you're going to have a baby, a toddler, a child anywhere near that fragrance.
Yep. This is like very real. Very, very real. Like, so the first thing first, like if you have any cycle issues, get the fragrances out of your life as much as you can. It's so
car
hard.
fresheners, car air fresheners,
plug-in air
candles,
fresheners,
Glade plugins.
I could throw up thinking about smelling one of those.
Cleaning products that have scents in them.
Yep.
Oh, there's so many now.
Those are major. Those are the major
Detergent.
ones. Detergent's big.
If you're using
on your clothes all day.
A smelly detergent.
Scent beads, dryer sheets.
I can't even believe those are like allowed to be sold in America. But I'm not surprised.
I know. So these are like, that's number one.
And that's what we talk about, hormone disruptors. I think that term is really popular, but no one knows what it actually means. What it's doing is it's disrupting your normal hormonal cascade that allows for a normal cycle.
Because those molecules are essentially like the same type of molecule as your hormones are. So they bind to your receptors and they mimic what your natural hormones would be doing.
Yeah.
What else was I just thinking about? Oh, plastics. Plastics are like, they're another xenoestrogen that is a problem. Major problem.
Xenoestrogen is simply, like we just said, like a mimicry thing. So the molecule itself looks very similar to an estrogen molecule. And what your body does is it will bind to the microplastic instead of binding to natural estrogen.
Right.
And then you'll be like, your body's confused.
Yeah.
It's confused.
So this is where like natural products come in and why we are harping on this so much.
Why we are neurotic.
Pretty much everyone. But this is also causing issues in guys. So testosterone levels are going down, sperm counts are going down.
Sperm motility.
Drastically.
Yeah.
Very scary. So like we need to
So it's not just about the girlies, but the girlies typically are leading the change in the household for those kinds of products.
Yeah. You know, an amazing book, Real Food for Fertility.
Ooh.
Is so good. Now, Real Food for Pregnancy is a really popular book.
Oh yeah, I've read that one.
It's the same author plus the other author who wrote Your Fifth Vital Sign, all those books about your cycle. So it's both of them together, and they created this book. It's thick, like it's a thick book. But if you or your partner or whatever, anybody's curious about like fertility, dietary stuff, they talk about all the ins and outs of how the cycle is supposed to look. It's an incredible, incredible book. That's like all you need to know, really.
Yeah. Well, and it takes about 3 months for an egg to, like when we're talking about preconception health and like normal cycles, like you want to focus 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
So you like at least
for
so
men,
if you're like
3, yeah.
yeah. So if you're like really trying to clean your act up and be like, okay, we're planning for the future, like it's not just like in 2 weeks from now. Like you really have to like clean these things out of your system because it takes a while for your body to detox them out. Then that takes us back to the detox pathways. If those aren't open, if you're not detoxing, then you can change what candle you're burning. But if you're not detoxing what you were smelling last month, then like it doesn't like, so
it's not going to move the needle very fast.
Yeah.
There's so much, it is so much more complicated than just getting off birth control and like seeing what's going to happen.
And
it's
just like
really
winging
complicated.
It. Yeah. People that are like, oh, we're like not trying, but we're not preventing. And I'm just like,
but like, what are you doing to prepare?
Yeah, there has to be like a plan in place to like prepare for preconception.
Yep.
And
I see it all the time that it really, if your hormones are off at all in your normal cycle, you are going to end up with symptoms in pregnancy. You're going to have undesirable symptoms more than likely.
I had undesirable symptoms and I had the most spot on pregnancy.
I know.
So imagine if you have not good periods.
Complicated. Then we get back to like day 1 and we're back where we began.
And we're back where we started. And it's like I don't know what it's called. Groundhog's Day. It's like Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. And then it happens again. And then you can monitor how your life went over that past month, depending on how your period looks. It's pretty great.
Now, I wonder what the correlation is to like successful people in life and their cycles versus like unsuccessful people and like people who can't like follow through or like can't start a project or like are in a rut. Like, I wonder if that has, I mean, there's probably some evidence out there, but
sure. I will say, let's just say like for our current corporate focus with women, I will say it is beneficial to probably be on birth control. Let's just say, because you can be you're like a man. You're essentially a man.
Yeah.
And you don't have the cycling, you don't have the changes going on. There's no change. Like you could accomplish the same thing every day and be pretty in line if your birth control is working for you. That's not the case for a lot of people. But like, essentially, that's kind of how it is.
Yeah. Like if you want to be a corporate girly and never have a family and you want to get paid the same,
go for it. I don't know.
That is so controversial, Natalie.
So bad.
But if you're like the rest of us that like actually want a family someday and like are interested in your like vitality and the longevity of your cycle
and want to like embrace feminism and embrace your God-given body and hormone cycle, you have superpowers that cannot be achieved on birth control.
This takes me to a point.
It's not going to happen. Yes.
Everyone wants this like iconic flat stomach. That's not healthy.
No, it's not.
That's not healthy.
And
you should have first off, you should have a little fat pad in front of there because it's protective. Okay.
Just a little.
You should have a little pooch. All right?
Just
a little one. Not a big one. A little one.
Yeah.
Okay? Little pooch under the belly button.
Little too big right now. I gotta figure it out.
That little poochy pooch. No, but like you should have a layer of fat that is like protective in nature to your uterus.
Yes.
Like
also,
that's good.
Throughout your cycle, your uterus tilts forward and
punches
backward,
out.
And it'll punch out a little bit in order to accept that egg. And then it's going to come back at the rest of your cycle.
Like an animal balloon that they tie at
amazing.
What's it called? They tie at like birthday parties. That's what it looks like. Okay. It's like a little tube sock. Okay. And it's going to go whoop, whoop, whoop. It's going to go in and out. Okay. So you might get that little pooch. You might get a little fluff there.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's normal. Also, it's funny to me, myself included, until I realized this happens. When I went to the gynecologist, I've been twice in my life. Okay.
Don't take our personal lives for advice. Okay.
And she goes, "Oh, you have like a retroverted uterus." I'm like, "Yeah, at that point in my cycle, I did." And other people will say that to me all the time. "Oh yeah, my uterus is tilted back." It moves. Yes, it moves.
It's like a car wash blow.
It depends on what day of your cycle you're on, whether it's going to be back or forward. It's so funny. And it's like, do these people don't know this? They're obstetricians. They don't know that.
Or people will get their blood work done and they're like, oh my God, I have really low progesterone. And I'm like, well, when was your blood taken? Like, that's a snapshot in time.
I can't.
I'm sorry.
And it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
If you're getting true hormone testing done, you're going to get a variety of styles tested. You're not just going to get blood work.
Saliva, and urine.
And like, if you're just getting blood, that's not even the full picture.
No. And if it's on one day.
Not it. Nope. You should be testing throughout your cycle, and there should be checkpoints throughout the cycle that you're doing certain things on. So,
and if your doctor isn't doing that, you're at the wrong doctor to figure out your hormones.
You're getting the wrong testing done. You cannot get a full picture of your hormones in one day through one test. No. Oh, I have some fun news.
Oh, what?
So my pelvic surgeon that I had do my repair 5 months postpartum, she was at our local hospital system, and she has recently left the hospital system, and she's opening her own private practice that's holistic-based gynecological care.
I love that.
I can't get over it.
I love it.
She's fabulous. She focuses on nourishment. She focuses on movement. She focuses on like all the popular things that are like wellness indicated, but then like funnels them into like actual like women's health, gynecological health. Like she's an MD. The girl she's for the girlies.
Once you get this stuff and once you know things outside of the norm, you cannot stay in the system. Like it's not going to work.
She probably couldn't unsee the system.
You can't. If you take one book that you read and you dive in a little bit, you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I love that. I commend her. That's incredible.
Yeah. So if you're local to Pennsylvania and you're listening, her name is Dr. Toya Gordon, and she's opening Journey Well. Now I'm going to forget how to say it properly. I don't want to mispronounce what she's opening.
That's so great. It's very encouraging. I'm also back on my Pellegrino bottles, and I take these in the car with me, and if I'm driving by and somebody's looking at me, they're like, are
They're like,
you
"That girl
drinking
is
a
drinking
wine bottle?
a wine bottle." It's just Journey Well. So I was correct. So her name is Dr. Toya Gordon, and she is just like
That's
so fabulous.
awesome. That's great.
So anyway,
I love it.
I know. I'm very proud of her, and I want to support that and also like utilize those services because it's very hard to find in this like insurance-based medical land because an insurance-based model is not going to support holistic routes.
Gosh, no.
They're not.
That's for sure.
Because it takes longer.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And it's not petroleum-based. Yeah.
Okay. I think we should get into like the supplements and preconception support maybe next time.
Oh, fabulous.
Because we're already at 50 minutes.
We've already yapped long enough.
Oh my gosh. And I have things I can talk about next time that I was going to talk about today.
I have plenty to add.
Yeah. We're fine.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us for this episode. Again, Natalie and I are not considered experts in this area, but we see a ton in our practices because we will serve that population of women in the preconception, post-conception phase, and postpartum. So
next time we will talk about specifics. If you have like certain types of things happening in your cycle, maybe how you can fix it a little bit, or just giving kind of general hormone support.
Supporting. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And spoiler alert, it's a lot of whole food options.
It's not that complicated.
It's not that complicated.
With a couple herbs sprinkled in there.
Add in beef liver and you'll solve a lot of problems.
Yeah. It's kind of true.
Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope you loved our chit chat. Remember, while we may be doctors, we're not your doctors. And this podcast is not supposed to replace advice from your own provider. Please don't take our opinions as medical advice and talk to your doctor about what's right for you.
That's a wrap on this week's episode of Functionally Feral. If you're loving the realness, the rituals, and the chaos that comes with raising feral children while building a business, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share it, tag us, and don't forget, being feral is functional when you've got a plan.